how do you check up on someone who is struggling with their creative career path? So I have a close friend who's feeling trapped, doesn't know what to do with their skills. It feels like this person is getting more desperate with their future all the time, but not really talking about their struggles as well.
Okay, so this question sounds like it's actually more about how the person's traveling in general as opposed to the creative career path. That sounds a bit like noise around the core issue. Right. And the core issue sounds like someone who's struggling to know what's important to them and how they go about carving out a life that feels it's got meaning and purpose and okayness to it. So the first thing I think is to say to someone, and whenever we're talking to anyone, whether it's a friend or a colleague or a stranger or in the workplace, is to when you're concerned about someone, stick with observable facts. So instead of saying, you look like, let me think, my mother-in-law's, got anxiety and I think you've got anxiety as well. That's not helpful. You're diagnosing someone based on your own experience, and your experience is not their experience. So don't go in for the diagnostics. Instead, stick with observable facts. And observable facts means that you're saying to that person, I've noticed recently that you've been, and then the facts are, whatever they are, withdrawn, not working, and drinking, whatever, I'm making it up. But how do we know this person's struggling with their career path? Is because of observable behavior that we see and notice in them. And when you bring up those observable facts, and then say something like, have I got this right? Or help me, is that what it's like for you? Or have I missed something? Or just an opening sort of statement. It allows them to respond without feeling defensive. Because really, I think what you're asking this person is, how you're doing. It looks to me like you're struggling on a few parts. And then it's not that you need to fix them. You don't need to have all the solutions. You can act as a sounding board and be a conduit to the next step. And if the next step's getting professional help, or whether that's seeing a psychologist or career counselor or their GP or talking to another friend, or so. To let someone know, I know we've all heard it 1,000 times, but you haven't walked in their shoes, you don't have the solutions, you don't need to, but you're observing through, factual behaviour that they're struggling, and you're there to support them.